Good morning, tribe. So I tried to make this video on Zoom and it wouldn't work. So this is try two. Let's see if we can make this work. This is going to be a little bit of a tutorial for how to use our online and our packet and what to do with all of these assignments. So I have a dry erase board of this is, and I'm going to take a picture of this and put it on Facebook and Class Dojo. But this is what to do. But these are, you don't have to do all of this. So ReadWorks has a star and Pearson Math has a star because that is where you can actually submit answers on, like in the assignments, you can submit answers and I can see the feedback. Pearson Math is going to be their math lesson, chapter 4 or topic 14. ReadWorks is a passage and questions with that passage. I'll go through the rest, but that's why they have stars. So if you have a computer and you're doing online classes, ReadWorks, not all of you have that app on ClassLink apparently. I don't know where it went. It was there at one point, but that's technology. So I on both Class Dojo and Facebook, I put the login information on how to get on ReadWorks. Once you get in there, you go to your assignments and you're going to see a bunch of assigned. I think there are 22 reading passages assigned. On those, do one a day. That's plenty. One a day, answer the questions, boom, you're done. If you answer the questions and submit your answers online, I will get that information that you answered those questions. You don't have to go in any order and you can pick and choose. Just do or try to do one a day. If you skip a day, it's all right. Okay. So that's ReadWorks online. ReadWorks if you're a packet person. So I'm going to put it back together. Here's your packet. Look, if you want to get exercise, it's real heavy. You can do some workouts with your packet. I'm just kidding. All right, so your packet looks like this. On the front, it says you do not have to do everything. The first couple of pages, I'm going to pull that off. The first couple of pages are a suggested timeline of what to do. This is a lot. You do not have to do all of this. It's just a lot. So you do not have to do all of this. Maybe highlight or underline what you're going to do each day. Make sure you do at least one reading and one math, and then you're good to go. And I will say this. I do want the kids reading 30 minutes every day. That is the one thing that I absolutely want. That is, in my opinion, most important for sure. Okay, so that's your front and back. That is if you want a calendar. For me, it was good. I have Rhett's calendar hanging on the wall. You can see that. And what I do is I just mark off what he did. And then it makes it easier for me to keep track of it because it's craziness here. Okay. So, I tore the front off. If I were you, and you're going to, well, you can't do that because of the back. All right. Then the whole front of the packet is math. The back is reading. So I would tear the reading off. And now you have your ReadWorks passages. These, you can do them in order or they can pick and choose. You read a passage. You answer the questions. Once you're done answering the questions, there's an answer key. So what I would suggest is have them answer the questions. If you want to keep the answer key, or they can self-check. It's up to what works for you, how much you're having to work from home, or if you're even able to be at home right now. So that's a way for them to self-check the answers. To keep them in practice, have them underline in the passage where they found the answers. And then that way you know they're at least going to look for them and they're not just getting the answers from the answer key. Once again, one a day if you can. If not, if it's madness, do 3 a week. Okay? That is ReadWorks. Enrichment, anything other than that assignment would be read to self 30 minutes. Now, that can be done a lot of ways. They can read a book, like a paper book, if they're reading, and that is fine. There's an app on ClassLink called MyOn. I think it's MyOn. I'm going to try and get that for you. I have my ClassLink pulled up, which may look different than yours. But they said they've been adding quite a few things to these. While I'm looking for that, I will tell you what my children's favorite app is for reading, and that's Epic. Zeke's been on Epic, I think, for like an hour this morning. They love it. Okay, here it is. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to flip my screen. Nope, it's not letting me flip my screen. Okay, so MyOn looks like this. And I have not been on there yet, but they say that MyOn has over 600 books to access, which is awesome. And Epic, I assigned a lot of books to Epic. I also, so they can read those. They're all AR. So if they read a book on Epic, my suggestion is you have to leave Epic to go into AR. So what I have Zeke doing is he'll read a book and then he writes the title down. That way, when he goes into AR, he can read that. And then we're just keeping a little list of the books that he's read. Also on Epic, I assigned some science and social studies videos and some math videos and all of that, so they can sit and watch the videos. Epic's awesome. They do, they have recordings, so they'll read aloud. We're having a lot of fun with that app, and that app is already on their ClassLink, and I provided the login information on it. If not, your class code for Epic is MZG0509, and I'll put that on again. That is your logon or class code for Epic. And once you put it once, it should be good. It should take them there every time. And any books you have at home, if you have any trouble accessing books, please let me know. And take AR tests. With my kids, after 5 AR tests, I tally, and after 5 AR tests, they get a treat. So, and that way they can pace themselves. All right, so that's reading. Math is the one that's kind of making everybody crazy. The Pearson Math app is on your ClassLink. We have used it in class, so the kids have used it. But the Pearson Math app sometimes loads for 20 minutes. And what I do is I just let it load and go off and do something else and then come back to it. The good thing about the Pearson Math app is after you do the lessons, I get the feedback from it. And I can see immediately how they're doing. The other thing about the Pearson Math app, you're going to go to your assignments and it should be all topic 14. And then you click in and it'll be 14.1 and then a bunch of things to do for 14.1. And then 14.2 and a bunch of things to do for 14.2. Don't do all of it. They'll be on math all day long if they do all of it. Now, if you need them to be on math all day long because you need them off doing something, well, then that's fine. But it's a lot of work. I like the daily review because the daily review brings in other skills, not just the skills from topic 14. I also like the additional practice, which would have been what I would send home to you all for homework, because the front is on the lesson and the back is still that additional practice that's going to keep them practicing skills that they've learned so far. The interactive student edition, that is like if we had our book in class. Anything that they type into that will not be saved. That's just basically for you all to go and learn the lesson. And they can go and read the lesson. Often I'll tear out those pages and send them home as homework helpers. So your kids should know what that is. They'll know what the homework helpers are. And it's at the beginning of every lesson. Also, a one that I really like is the visual learning. And that's a video with a robot. The kids love it. And that kind of gives a little tutorial on what they're doing. Topic 14 is what we're doing in Math Pearson. And that is great because it's measurement and time. And that means you can help them at home. Have them help you cook and use measuring cups. If you have a ruler or a measuring tape at home, have them, measure everything in the house. Who knows? Or if you're working on home renovation projects, have them measure. Telling time, make them tell you the time, tell you how long it's going to be till certain times of the day, and that'll help with all of those lessons. So that one can be interactive. But the biggest thing is it's a lot, and don't let it overwhelm you. If they're burnout, let them stop. That's, you'll see them starting to get like it's too much. And if it's too much for you. Now, those of you with the packet, math is going to be at the beginning of your packet. The first couple of pages are somehow upside down, but we'll get through that. All right, so I'm going to turn it upside down. This is the daily review, daily review. This is one that I really like. Right next to it is the answer key. So do that. Do a couple of pages for each lesson. So a lesson would be like 14.1. So I'd say do 1 or 2 or however many works for you, pages for 14.1. Leave the rest, go on to 14.2. If for some reason we're out of school longer, well, then they can go back and do all of those pages that they didn't do. Or they could never do them. We tried to give you more in case you needed more, but we didn't want to overwhelm those of you and look at it and say, oh my goodness, this is too much. So the other thing for math, there's Extra Math, which is an app on ClassLink, and there's also Prodigy, which is an app on ClassLink. Extra Math is one that it's like basic skills. They're doing extra math, they're practicing basic skills. Prodigy will actually move them up when they start getting things correct. Prodigy will move them up. My biggest problem that I've had with my own children with Prodigy is getting them to do anything else other than Prodigy. Prodigy is a video game. They get to battle each other. It's super fun. And last night was rough because they didn't want to get off of Prodigy. They were in the middle of a battle and they couldn't get off for bedtime. So that became kind of a behavior problem. So now I've had to put some parameters on Prodigy where they have to finish all of their work first before they can do it. And then they're allowed to go on and battle one another and all of that. But that's just a heads up. And I've used Prodigy in the past and I've seen the same thing. It's a video game. They love it. And it's math practice, but it shouldn't take the place of everything else. And you don't have to do extra math and Prodigy every day. These are all suggestions. My thing to you is I would have your kids do math and reading every day, whatever that means to you. Something in math and something in reading every day. And for sure, 100% on top of that, read for 30 minutes. Or in addition to a reading lesson and a math lesson, read for 30 minutes. If your child is sick, you do not have to do anything. They can rest. It's not that you have to do something every day. You do, I will need you to check in with me somehow every week. So once a week, let me know, hey, we're doing this. They're working on their packet. You can send me a picture of them working on their packet. If you're doing the online work, I will see that they submitted something and I'll know that they're online. If they use the Epic app, I will see that they've been on Epic. Same with Extra Math and Prodigy. I can see them on there, and then I know that they're doing it. So Zoom sessions, I'm going to do a Zoom session starting on Monday. I'll do Zoom from 10 to 11 every day. I'm doing that to be available to you. You do not have to go to Zoom every day. It's just, if not everybody can make it on Monday, I wanted to be available each day. But I will be available on Zoom Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 10 to 11. And that's going to be, I can do a read aloud. I can answer questions. I can let the kids see each other's faces because I think that's what they enjoy the most, is just to see other kids and their friends. And we'll share what we've been doing and all of that. But that is just, I think that you're not required to go on Zoom more than like once a week. So, and if you can't get on Zoom, don't stress. Technology is crazy. And earlier we had 3 of us on Zoom and our internet completely stopped working. So that's what happens. You can reach me on email, Class Dojo, and Facebook. The Facebook app, actually, the Facebook page has been it's so much easier for me to load things and all of that. But you can also reach me through email and Class Dojo. Send me a message. I will reply as soon as I can. And I think that's it. We're all in this together. Please know that this, if you're at home and you're feeling like you're going crazy and you're like me with a sink full of dishes and you're about to pull your hair out, then we're all there too. I'm there too. So I'm going to give you a lot of grace. I'm not going to be strict on grades at all. Just have those babies working on something and give them a lot of love and enjoy time with them. And that's it. So just look for posts on Dojo and Facebook, and you keep me posted on anything that you need me to know or any questions that you have. And tell my tribe that I love them and I miss them. And I hope that I get to see their faces again this year. All right. Bye, guys.